I'm going to be reading a chapter from my Mafia Romance, Bloodlines and Betrayals. And here we find Elana Donato coming home excited after a night out at a club. Elana Donato burst through the front door, cheeks flushed from more than the cold night air. The door slammed shut behind her with a thud that echoed through the quiet house. The familiar scent of coffee and vanilla wrapped around her like a childhood memory. In the country-style kitchen, her mother sat at the table, fingers curled around a half-empty mug, eyes sharp, despite the late hour, as if she'd been waiting for Elana to arrive home. "Ma!" Elana whipped off her red beret, sending her long raven hair tumbling over her faded jean jacket. She dropped into the chair across from her mother, practically vibrating. "You won't believe what happened tonight." Francesca, otherwise known as Fran, lifted one perfectly shaped brow and set her mug down with delicate care. "Okay, try me." "I've met the hottest guy ever," Elana grinned, eyes sparkling, tall, dark, ridiculously handsome. "And he asked for my number, said he would call me tomorrow." She studied her daughter the way a general assesses a battlefield. "And where," she asked slowly, "did you meet this miracle?" "At the Still Edge." Elana hesitated just a beat. "Pam and I were about to leave. The place was dead. And then he walked in and asked me to dance. The band was playing their last number, Ma." She leaned closer, lowering her voice. "And he's Italian." The air in the kitchen shifted. Fran's fingers tightened around her mug. "Italian," she repeated flatly. "How many times do I have to tell you to stay away from that club?" "Ma, that place is owned by men who ruin lives." Fran snapped, eyes blazing. "People just don't hang out there, Elana. They're connected, all of them." "I don't even know if he is," Elana said, standing next to the kettle. "You're jumping to conclusions." Her mother followed her, her shadow long under the kitchen light. "Well, what's his name?" Elana didn't face her mother. Tony Marinetti." The mug slipped from Fran's hand, shattering against the linoleum, porcelain exploding like a gunshot in the quiet house. "Marinetti?" she whispered. Elana knelt, startled. Yeah, Marinetti." She reached for the shards. Fran pressed a paper towel into her daughter's hand, her face drained of color. "Marone," she breathed. "Not them." "Well, what's wrong?" Elana asked, irritation creeping in. "You're acting as though the devil himself asked me to dance." "Because he might as well have. The Marinettis are a mob family, not the good kind." Elena's eyes narrowed. "Oh, and what's the good kind, Ma? The ones you come from?" "Sit," her mother ordered. She poured herself fresh coffee, hands trembling just enough to notice, then lowered her voice. "Your father's asleep." Elana sat, arms crossed, curiosity burning now. Petite and silver-haired Fran looked fragile to strangers, but those who knew her knew better, understood the fire beneath the calm. "You figured out our history years ago," Fran said quietly. "We had that talk, remember?" "I figured it out because I'm smart," Elana replied, "and because you whisper when you think I'm not listening." Despite herself, Fran smiled faintly. "My cousin Lamberto, the Lamb, as they call him, he's still active. Cleveland, Chicago, Pittsburgh." Elana scoffed. "That nickname has always been a joke. And you're saying he's better than the Marinettis because?" "Different family, different rules." Francesca took a careful sip. "Lamberto specializes in things best left unseen." Her voice dropped. "Our families didn't part on good terms. You're not just risking yourself. You're risking all of us." "You're assuming way too much," Elana said, standing. "You don't know Tony. And if he calls, I'm going." She paused halfway up the stairs. "Good night, Ma." Her mother didn't answer. She dumped her cold coffee down the sink, the dark liquid spiraling away. "Salvatore will never forgive me," she thought. He'd barely accepted her past as it was. She stopped at the small table beneath the stairs, crowded with candles and statues. The Virgin Mary stood watch in the center. "Protect her," she whispered, "please," because somewhere deep down she knew if Tony Marinetti called, it was only the beginning. And you can enjoy Bloodlines and Betrayals from me, Lorraine Carey, available Amazon and ebook and print.